So, chapter 22 of The Great Cosmic Mother by Monica Siju and Barbara Moore. Underground Caverns and Alchemic Mysteries. The power and effectiveness of shamans, witches, sibyls, and druids emerges from their ability to communicate with the non-human, extraterrestrial, and subterranean forces in the spirit world of the dead. The megalithic chambers of Malta and Gozo were places of such communication. And in Britain also, there were rumored to be subterranean caverns, chambers of initiation and incantation under Stonehenge, Glastonbury, Tor, and other stone monuments. Underground chambers called fogous or souterrains are often found within enclosures of ancient villages in the western parts of Britain, especially in Ireland. There are much speculation about their purpose. Three-dimensional underground mazes called weems were built by the ancient Picts of Scotland. The word weem relates to the word womba, cave, and also wame, womb. The Old English word for womb is wambe. The mysterious Tuatha of Danann, children of the goddess Danu, were all the magical arts which they brought to Ireland. Driven underground by later Celtic invasions, they are still believed to dwell in the earth mounds and are the Irish fairies who serve as communicators of energy between the mortal and invisible worlds. All prehistoric monuments in Britain and globally are associated with the cult of the dead, a very exact ancient science of spiritual invocation and conscious direction of natural forces. The Irish fairy realm is the other world of the Mexican Nagual, the dream time of Australian Aborigines, the summerland of the immortal dead who live on in other dimensions of our total reality. It is the potentia of all possible energy and form. The Tuatha Dé Danann were also called the Eyes City. City, pronounced she, is a Gaelic word meaning fairy mound, or realm of magical powers, and in no doubt corresponds to the Hindu yogic term Sidhu, which also means magical or occult powers. Far from being crude and carnal, as Christianity is labeled paganism, the sacred mysteries of antiquity were the subtle psychic nature introducing initiates into the invisible world by means of heightened consciousness. In these rites, the human psyche experienced physical death and the transcendent state of future being. The mysteries were enacted in underground chambers from which all light was excluded, built to focus the earth's powerful energies on the chamber and its occupants. Behind this animated current is the mystery, hinted at the catacombs of Elysius, that may not be fully comprehended within the natural limits of human experience. As the child is conceived within the mother's womb, so is the spirit conceived within the subterranean depths. Recent experiments conducted in caves suggest that the conditions for ESP, telepathy, precognition, clairvoyance, are more favorable in an underground environment. Perhaps the moist earth, wholly surrounding such caverns, dampens the electromagnetic radiation which with the brain is normally bombarded, allowing the psyche to receive other transdimensional radiations. At any rate, as John Michael Mitchell writes, the oldest branch of alchemy was concerned to bring about the earthly paradise through the fruitful union of cosmic and terrestrial forces. Alchemy, geomancy, astrology were originally united in a system that recognized correspondences between planetary influences and the spirits of the earth's metals. Alchemy was a major continuation of the ancient mysteries and their symbols. The dragon in alchemy represents the flame of spirit, and the dragon's fiery breath signifies transmutation of matter through intense heat. The philosopher's stone was the mystic condition through which all things could be transformed. All modern chemistry has roots in both practical and philosophical alchemy. Some kind of atomic theory was known to the ancients who, working always by analogy, believed in total correspondence between material and psychic processes, and thus their mutual influence and interaction. In Egypt, and as late as Roman rule there, many of the renowned interventions within the science of alchemy were created by women. Maria the Jewess, in particular, circa 1st century BC, invented practical instruments for laboratory research, including the alchemical still. She is credited with improving all the essential appliances that would be necessary to alchemical and chemical research for the following 2,000 years. What we have left of alchemy, in addition to modern chemistry, are its symbols of psychic death, change, and rebirth through the process of alternating fusion and dissolution of opposite elements. This is the psychic rite, an earth spirit ritual, retaining much of the ancient goddess mysteries in distilled form within each individual psyche. The tarot cards also retain a pictorial record of these ancient rites of transformation and their process symbols.